I invite those climate skeptics to actually take a look at some of the recent publications of the IPCC. And I invite them to just get for a second, put their biases aside and enter the office of a reputable climate scientist here in the UK or in the US, and just for once sit down and take a look at the data. This is not forecasts, but just the recorded data that shows an increase in global temperatures, one that's de-linked from previous changes and previous increases. And also invite them to come along in Africa with me and to some of those communities in the front lines that I work with, and to see the visible impacts of increasing disasters over the past few years. I think they'll be less skeptical after that.
But the problem is there is uncertainty about what climate change actually means. Scientists will say, if that and that factor take place, this is the result. However, if this and this factors take place, then that will be the result. And that allows the skeptics to mock the science, doesn't it?
Well, if you expect the science to be perfect, then you're looking at barking up the wrong tree. Science in itself is uncertain. It has its limitations, but it is a great tool in the sense that it allows us to better comprehend the reality. As I said, I like to speak from the perspective of the communities that I work with. They experience a rise in disasters. Now, the attribution debate is elsewhere. We could fight for years and years about what really causes it. Is it climate change? Is it land use changes? Is it population stresses? Perhaps. But I know climate scientists are looking into this, and they have very good reasons to maybe perhaps attribute it to our increasing emissions into the atmosphere. I don't think we should toss aside their arguments just like that either.
If the climate science skeptics continue to be given a loud voice, seizing those opportunities, will that thwart the progress towards having good use of climate science data in the hands of frontline people?
Yes, I think it will, and that's why I think they're dangerous people, climate skeptics, in the sense that they take our eyes away from what could potentially be a good explanation for a phenomenon that we're witnessing, and they're getting our attention elsewhere. I think we should not do that. We should probe further to have a better certainty levels and to have a better understanding of what climate factors are forcing and driving what we're witnessing on the ground, rather than look away elsewhere.